Hello everyone and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank you guys so very much for joining me today. Today is, I think, January the 2nd. I'm already lost in the new year. It's bananas outside currently. I mean, not literal bananas, but might as well be. It was 60 degrees like December 30th. December 31st was still pretty warm. Yesterday on the 1st it snowed and it stuck, and I don't know how. How does snow stick to 60 degree the day before ground? It's a great question. You have. I have no clue, but it stuck. There's snow everywhere. It is cold. I'm currently missing the creek in summertime. So my soul sister BFF had a live yesterday and I got on there and she told me that it was 10 degrees where she was, and I was like, well, I love you punches. It's about that here, because I told her like in November or December or something that I was going to come and whisk her away for come visit her sometime, because she's only 8 hours away. That's not that long in the car, I've learned. And yeah, that I was going to go visit her, and then we discussed how cold it was, and she told me not to come there for the winter, so I told her that I would come and just whisk her away for the winter. Well, BFF Madonna, I'm glad that I didn't, because it's just as cold here. I guess. I don't know. I don't like it. I will say that. So, alright. So I thought I would just hop on here and do a quick crochet with me in ramblings. I don't know how long this is going to be, because my it needs to be plugged in, but I didn't plug it in because who wants to do that, you know what I mean? So because it's so cold, I wanted to make one of these last year and I never did, but like the little door draft things for in front of the front door, it's not really like a draft comes in. I mean, it's not really, bad or anything, but it's a little bit, and I just think it would be kind of cute to have a little thing just poked up there to help out. So that's what I'm making, is a door draft. This is what I have so far. I just started on it this morning. It's still early in the morning. Nobody else is awake. My hubby is at work. I'm in my pajamas. So, alright. I mentioned yesterday or the day before that I had a bunch of yarn that I was balling up. And so that's what I'm going to use. I have a whole lot of scrap yarn that I plan on using for our family blanket at one point, like just a bunch of scrap balls. But I just kind of got this wild hair to make this thing this morning because it's like 10 degrees outside. The wind chill of like 1 or -1, it's not even worth discussing. It's cold. Anywho, yeah, so it's like, why not work on this? Why not start a new thing, So I have these, the yarn balls, a few just kind of scrap pieces, and this is just scrap yarn, crinkles, just little crinkles. Okay, this little end pieces, those are the ones I snip off and then use to stuff my amigurumi. So I don't know, I think I'm just going to randomly pick out of the bag. I think I'm going to start and end it in black just because, and that's what I'm going to do. In case you're wondering what this thing was, this neon or this rainbow looking thing in there, that's what's supposed to be a scissor pouch. My mama got it for me. It's Stitching Ain't Easy. And I attached this one because this is what my scissors are in. And then in here I have all my hooks. And I did have a few stitch markers, not all my hooks, but my hooks I use mostly. And then I had some stitch markers just thrown down in here, but I put them in a different little pouch, so that's what's in that. But anyway, yeah, so if y'all want to grab your beverage, whatever you're into, drink a little Willie Nelson this morning. So I started to figure out what that noise was. It's Olive in her cage. I was like, what is that? Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, so I just thought I would work on the door stopper, as you do, visit with y'all for a little bit. Sorry if my nose is stuffy. So we are working on feeling better. We think that we do, and then it ends up being 10 degrees, you know. That'll kind of stop you in your tracks real fast. So yeah, I'm gonna call the doctor again tomorrow and see what he says that we should do. But I feel like it's kind of one of those things that just needs to run its course. So everyone's just been drinking orange juice and all those things. So yeah, I don't know. Perhaps he'll call us in another antibiotic, but I'm not a fan of taking very many antibiotics. It's kind of backfired on me before, so yeah. And did you know, fun fact for y'all, just in case you take an antibiotic, be sure and take a probiotic with it. Make sure they're the refrigerated ones. If y'all are just buying probiotics off the shelf, you're wasting your money. I hate to tell you. I'm sorry if you are, and that's how it all went out. I'm really sorry. Unless they're refrigerated, you're just throwing money away. Light it on fire. Same difference. You're just putting crap into your body at that point. Because it's a live culture. Probiotics, like I said, it's like yogurt-esque. It's a live culture. So if they set out and they aren't refrigerated, they die. That's what it is. Circle of life. Kuna Matata. All those things. So you have to get the refrigerated ones, but when you're on an antibiotic, your doctor will not tell you this unless you have a good doctor. I've only seen like one of those in my whole life. He retired already. So you take a probiotic with your antibiotic, and that'll counteract any weird things that may happen in your gut, such as C. diff, which is not a fun time. Trust me, take the probiotic. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay, so it's a little random medical fun fact there for y'all. Oh, not worth it. So yeah, just saying. I have dealt with that before. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of antibiotics. I'm not a big fan of medicine of any kind, to be honest. That's why I didn't really like, I obviously didn't like the treatment thing just because, but I had no idea what was in that. But at the same time, I asked my husband again last night if he was willing to drive me to Austin, and he said absolutely. And then he asked me if I thought that they would even let me back in the study after everything that happened. I don't know. But whenever I was in the study, the drug didn't have a name yet. It just had, I'm not in there anymore. AK002 is what they called it. And now it officially has a name, and I found it the other day. It screenshotted it so I can talk to my doctor about it, in case I can't get back in there. Maybe, if it's FDA approved, then I can be on it, but it's not supposed to come out until like March of 2023. So that's a whole nother more than a year of me feeling like this. And yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I'll be honest, through Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's all I could think. It's like everyone was, we didn't go around anybody, we stayed here. But as they were all eating, their good Christmas dinner and their Thanksgiving dinner, and just any time really, I made them chili last night because, like I said, we'll go with 10 degrees, but that's just being adorable. It's colder than that. But I made them a big bowl of chili because that's what you do. But just any time that they eat dinner or food is around, I think about the people who did the treatment and how easy it is for them to just walk in there and eat, and how they really have no restrictions. Let's be real, they're perfectly normal. They have no issues. They go in there and they eat their food, and like every time I was in there, they knew I couldn't eat, and they'd come in there and tell me about lunch and what they had for lunch. And I just think about that a lot, like just how if they were remotely as sick as I was, I guarantee you I'd still be in the study right now. And it just makes me mad that someone who, like I said, has nothing to do with anything. She's a nurse, as far as I know. All I ever heard from her nursing stories, other than her being there, is she worked on an ambulance for a little bit. That's all I know. So I'm not that impressed. The other one isn't even a nurse. Don't get me wrong, being an EMT, working on an ambulance, that's important stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But her personally was not impressed with her resume. So I just think about that every time that everyone else around me is eating. It's like, you know, those chicks are sitting there eating right now too. And yeah. So they would come in every single time and tell me all about their lunch. And I remember it was just like, one day, because they had people bring in lunch for them. You know, like companies would bring them lunch for free, which is just insane to me. But I guess that's what happens in like the medical field. I've seen people bring like cookies and things like that in before, you know. But yeah, they would just bring in food to these people who weren't really doctors or nurses. I don't know why. And one time they brought in food and it had bugs in it, and so they couldn't eat it. And that was just like, that was my favorite day. I know that's like really not nice to say, but they were really nice people, you know. And yeah, but they were all griping around because they couldn't eat lunch, like in front of me, griping around because they couldn't eat lunch because it had bugs in it. And I was just like, oh darn, talking to the wrong person. I'm not gonna feel bad for you. I hate to tell you that. So yeah, just like anyway, yeah, they were something else. We'll go with that. Yeah, I remember that. Like I said, the one time they had bugs in their food, and they're like, we've eaten there before. And I was like, oh good. They had bugs in too. So I know that's not how I'm supposed to think, but some people are just mean and deserve to eat bugs. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. So anyway. So I've been doing half double crochets, and I've this far in realized how much I hate half double crochet. So I'm just going to swap it to doubles and then stuff it and see what happens. How's that? Sound good? Thanks guys. Alright. But yeah, so I mean, I guess we kind of went into health there. I didn't really mean to go into health right off the bat. That just kind of turned out that way. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, so I asked him if he would take me back. He said yes, if, you know, or of course he would, but he didn't know if they would take me back. And honestly, I don't know if they would either, which is also just dumb, but whatever. I'm sure I'm a liability now, you know, now that I've been out and spoken my mind, you know. Don't ever do that, guys. Don't ever speak your mind. Just stand in their little line and just be part of their little group, and you'll fall just fine. Everything will work out for you. But if dare you ever speak your mind, some people don't like that. Obviously, as we've learned, some people who aren't really nurses don't like that. Not my problem, but I mean, I guess it turned out to be my problem, but I'm still glad I spoke my mind. Didn't let them pull the wool over my eyes, and because that's not who I am. So it's just not. So yeah, other than that, I mentioned that sometimes I just say forget it and I just try to eat, and I've done that a little bit lately and I have felt not great. I'm still just pretty much a liquid whatever. I mean, nothing exciting. Every now and then, like I said, I'll try to eat, and sometimes I'll keep it down. Sometimes I won't. If I do keep it down, I regret it because I hurt so much. I've mentioned this a million times, but it's true. And so, I mean, I don't know. Nothing's really gotten that much better. I mentioned I have like 0 energy. I'm like negative 18 on the energy. I just lay in bed most of the time. I don't even really sit in the living room on the couch anymore. I just lay in bed, which is pretty depressing, to say the least. Because, yeah, I just have no energy. I hurt. I'm in pain a lot. I mentioned that all the things that had kind of went away, that I kind of, it's like you're sick, but you kind of forget how sick you were, I guess. Like you still feel icky, but you kind of forget just how much and how much things affect you. And now that I haven't been on the medication, I've officially been out 3 treatments. All my stuff's back with a heck of a vengeance, might I mention. So yeah, I'm back to being so nauseous. I ache. I just hurt. I'm so sick. But oh well, right? They're all enjoying their bug-filled lunches, so they don't care. So yeah. Let's change the subject. Can we please? Thanks. 16 minutes of this. Okay. Let's see. What else can we talk about? I said it's cold. I mentioned that it's cold. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, well, like the family blanket we've discussed doing. Here's my square right here. This is my square from my beautiful friend who sent it to me, and we discussed doing another family blanket around this. I mentioned that it won't be an everyday thing because that's just, I really do, when I feel like it, like recording just a few together and then just having those to put out. It's a lot. Every day. I know that sounds ridiculous, like you're just sitting there talking to yourself. It's more than that. It's a lot. So, but yeah, but we want this to be the center of our blanket, obviously. And we just kind of talked a little bit about what we're going to do. I'm not really sure what the plan is. I don't know if, because we talked about, maybe doing something every other day, whatever. Like I said, today's the 2nd, so if we're doing every other day, today would be the day that we started. So I don't know. Every other day even seems like quite an undertaking, so we'll see. Maybe I'll just do updates on it and let you guys know what we've been doing and show you the blanket and just kind of, do that. Maybe it's for February after all. I'm not sure. Because I know some of my friends are already doing another monthly blanket, and oof. I just watch their videos and I'm like, God bless y'all, because I don't think I can do it yet. I know I can't do it yet. So but they're really cool. They're doing sparkly corner to corners, which I think is pretty fun. I love corner to corners. Wish I would have started those a long time ago. I'm actually working on another corner to corner out of the latte cakes that my beautiful darling friend sent to me, and I'm not very far into it, but man, is that yarn nice to work with. It's so soft. It's kind of fuzzy. It kind of makes not really a mess, but kind of frays a smidge. Not very much, but just a smidge. But it's so soft. It's so good, so it doesn't even matter. It's so good. Alright, now I'm just doing, I did 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and now I'm doing double crochet back loop only, so that way it'll start to kind of do this, kind of bend, make a tube, trying to make a tube. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go for a little ways in this and then just make it scrappy. I thought about making it an actual color, but like an actual thing that kind of goes with the house, but whatever. So, let's see here. I guess I should have written things down to talk about. I have a crochet ramblings that I need to bring to you all. I need to record it. I have several things well, not several, I have a few things that I've made that you guys haven't seen. So that one would probably be more of our ramblings too, I guess. But, yeah, I have, like I said, some things that I have made that I would like to show you guys, and some things that I've started that I would like to show you guys. I know you're surprised. I have new whips. I know. Like I said, we're going to do whip whenevers and get some of those completed because mercy. Yeah. Way too many whips, but like I said, it's hard not to. Like I have the yarn, I see a pattern. It's like I have all this stuff to make that. Why would I not start it? Because you already have 12 other things started, Ashley. That's why you wouldn't, but I do. But I do, you know. Every time. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know if, like, there's quite a bit of snow, and it was still flurrying. It still is. There's still some flurries out there. I don't know if it looks pretty powdery. I don't think it's like snowman snow, which stinks. Last winter, it snowed like 5 times, maybe. A lot for here. A lot. And I think it was more than that because I was doing a temperature blanket and I used that white sparkly yarn a lot, and that one was for snow or ice. But anyway, yeah, so it did all that. Like I said, it's been 70 all winter long so far, so it's just, I don't think it knows what it wants to do, to be honest. But I think several of my friends around me that have states that are pretty close are all getting snow and cold as well. Some of you like it though, so I don't know. Some of you may be really excited to get to play in the snow today, make snow ice cream and all of those things. Snow ice cream's a good time, I have to admit. But yeah, I don't know. It's cold out there, I'll say that. Okay. Oh, another fun thing. All right, I got one for you. All right. So, as you know, it's been kind of a gnome explosion around here with all the new fun gnome things that I've been getting. That's what we've been calling it. It's a gnome explosion. So, I have a lot of really fun ones, like ornaments and different things. A lot of them are like Christmas based, but some of them are just red and white. Some of them even have hearts. So, I think we're going to leave. We've always discussed doing this, but it's just like after Christmas, we're sick of looking at it. I think we're going to use or keep our Christmas tree out and do that thing where you just decorate it for every season. So, we have several gnomes and things, like I said, that will go for Valentine's Day because they're red and white. Or silver or gold. And so, yeah. So I feel like I can use those for Valentine's Day. And then I'm going to make a few little things for it. And then I'm going to make some little things for, like, you know, St. Patrick's Day and for Easter. And I think we're going to use our little tree. It's like 3 feet tall and it's white, so it goes with everything. So I think that's the plan. We were all pretty excited about some of the stuff we could add on to it. So I'm sure I'm going to be crocheting little things for the tree, so I'll come back and show you guys those as I do those. Maybe that's a whole new series right there, you know. I don't know. But yeah. I think that'll be a lot of fun to have a year-round tree. Currently, it's really funny. We used it for Halloween, and then we used it for Christmas, and the kids decorated it, and they didn't take, it has like ghost garland around it. They didn't take that off, and it had like they look like little jingle bells, but they're a jack-o'-lantern and little ghost jingle bells. And I left those on there because they're jingle bells. So it already had some like Halloween stuff in it. So, you know, might as well, I guess, right? Yeah, so it was already for more than one season, but this year, like I said, yeah, for Christmas they left the Halloween stuff, the ghost garland, and then put some of their very, very favorite ornaments on the tree too. And so, yeah, it's pretty funny. So it was a very eclectic tree, to say the least. So I think it'll be fun to decorate it. It's gonna stay in the living room, but maybe I'll just, like, if I do make things for it, I'll just take pictures of it or video of it and show you guys, and we could do that, I guess. Show you guys how we decorate the tree each month. So we just thought that sounded like fun. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, so we've discussed it every year, so we might as well. It's a pre-lit tree, so it already has white lights, so that's nice. Let's see. Figure out where my stitch is. I don't really know what to say other than that. I've been working on the border for my Christmas blanket. I had a question of what I should do for the border. If I should just leave it silver, or if I should use the one yarn with like a treble crochet, and I had it where I was doing treble crochet, chain one, skip one, treble crochet, and it was making the blanket wavy. And so I had several people tell me to take the chain out and it won't be wavy. I'm just going to show you guys. Hang on. Okay, so this is what I did. I just took the chain out completely and I just did all the way across. And the blanket isn't wavy, but then it does this, where it's just like a straight up ruffle. I don't know. The hubby said he liked it. I don't know that I like it. And if I do this, I have enough just to do like either side. I don't think I have enough to go all the way around. If I was going to do the chain one, skip one thing, and then I kind of did a treble crochet, chain two, skip two, and I kind of liked the way that was looking. I don't know, y'all. What do you think? I don't know. Let me know, I guess, how you feel about it. What should I do? So yeah, the blanket didn't ruffly, but I didn't really want that much ruffle all the way around it. Like, that's just, I feel like that's kind of more like a baby blanket ruffle, which, I mean, it's for Christmas, so I guess ruffles and glitter makes sense. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to do to it, so it's just kind of at a standstill again. Because I really liked the way that it kind of looked like candy canes, and I don't mind if it gets kind of wonky, but I don't want it to be like where it curls up almost, you know, so I don't know. Anywho, we'll see, I guess. So whenever I figure it out, I'll bring it to y'all and show you, but right now it's setting there because I'm not sure what to do to it. Yeah. Like I said, I was kind of liking the treble crochet, chain two, skip two. I was kind of liking the look of that because then it kind of really did look a lot more like peppermint sticks or candy canes, and they were kind of spaced out, and that may be what I go back to. But then I did the whole side. Rip it out. I'm not a fan of frogging. So I don't know. We shall see. Alright. I am at almost 30 minutes of pure rambling. I didn't really say a darn thing except we're gonna have a Christmas tree year round. Which, you know, it's a pretty good conversation, I guess. I don't know. I made it this far. I was talking a lot, but anyway, it's starting to be a tube, so I'm working on it. So I'm gonna go work on this some more and just randomly close my eyes and draw a color out. I haven't got to do that. I did at the end of my one blanket a little bit, the family surprise blanket I did with my beautiful Angelia. I kind of did that at the end. Finally got to just close my eyes and grab random stuff, but I haven't ever got to just do it through a whole thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just do a few rows, draw a color out, make it scrappy and fun. Then I'll bring it back and show you guys. But yeah, I'm going to let y'all go because we're at 30 minutes and, you know, it's a lot of ramblings in 30 minutes. It's a whole phone conversation. My goodness. It's one-sided too, like I said. I've thought a few times, I've mentioned that about doing a live. I think I could probably do it, but I really don't know if my internet's good enough, and I don't want it to be like glitchy and weird the whole time. So that's why I haven't. So that's why I do these. It's kind of like a live, but I don't get to talk to anybody, you know. As close as a country kid can get to a live, I guess. So anyway, okay. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I put it in my community tab. I don't put a lot of things in my community tab just because, well, I mentioned I don't have Facebook. I just I like the videos and those things. I'm not really about posts. I don't know. I never really was too into Facebook. I even had it there for a while and just never could quite get into it. Anyway, but I posted on my community tab about my beautiful friend Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, who is trying to get to 25,000. She is just like this far away, just a few hundred people. I don't even think that many, maybe just a couple hundred people, maybe not even as many as a few hundred. She's so close to getting there. She deserves so many more than that. And I think you guys, if you've watched her, you probably agree with me. I don't know, you know, but I had someone comment under the community thing that said that I would subscribe to her twice if I could, and I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, I mean, you guys know how I feel about her. I feel like, I mean, she's one of my very, very favorites, and she deserves so much more than 25,000. She deserves one of those super cool play buttons at a minimum, even though her husband made the coolest play button ever. Oh my goodness, it's like so beautiful. Even though that, she still deserves one of those 100K play buttons, I feel like. So let's try to get her some more subscribers. Can we? Get her a few more friends over there. And also, I mentioned this the other day, just random whatever, and you guys were so amazing. I can't even tell y'all. I mentioned that I made a Teespring shop and just made some stuff so that my family could rep it. I already have kiddos and myself that want things or ordering things. My mama has already placed an order just for like us, was what it was supposed to be for, and I mentioned it, and I've had several people say that they are gonna go check it out or wanted to buy things. If y'all go there at all, thank you. Like, that's insane to me. So then I felt pressure because it was like just really plain shirts, like just regular like Times Roman, just very basic like font, you know, very, very normal, like welcome to Normville, stitching ain't easy. So then I felt all this pressure that people were going to go and check stuff out. So I went in and changed a bunch of things around, added some color and some pretty font and some fun little designs and things. And so I will link the Teespring shop below. Once again, no pressure channel. Please do not feel obligated in the slightest to even click on that, much less buy anything. Honestly, I just really needed a Stitch and Ain't Easy hoodie, perhaps a coffee mug. I felt like everyone else in my family did too, so that's why the Teespring shop was even a thing. It had nothing at all to do with, yeah, I'd never in a million years, once again. Yeah, and speaking of my beautiful friend Jennifer, she commented under the video I talked about that and was like, please link your Teespring shop. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And then once I did, I had a few people that were like, we can go check it out, thank you so much. And thank you guys. So once again, I just feel like I'm little me sitting here in my room talking to myself. like a crazy person. You know, they used to commit people for stuff like this, and y'all are like, yeah, I'll talk back to you. I mean, it's nuts. I'm just talking to myself. That's all I'm doing. So yeah, post them sometimes, you know what I mean? So thank y'all for all of your support. I really hope 2022 is going to be an amazing year for all of you guys. I hope there's nothing but blessings in store. I got a message from my soul sister BFF Madonna, who said that this is the year that we all get to hug in person, and I got the feels on that one. I've been missing me some people hugs, and so like I'm a hugger, always have been. Secret time. Whenever I was in kindergarten, I used to have to, like, during circle time, they like would take a minute and I would go around and hug everybody. I'm a hugger. I always have been. I greet people. I'm just like, hi, how are you? And I hug. And so I miss my mama hugs. I miss grandma hugs. I miss just friend hugs. And so, yeah. So I loved that this is the year that we get to hug in person again. Let's all hope so. Am I right? So yeah, I have a lot of fun plans for this channel this year. I hope to fulfill them all. I'm also trying to not put more things on my plate than I can spin and carry at one time. So we shall see. I'm working on several things, trying to get those accomplished for the series things, but also, like I said, I don't want it to be where it's like I feel pressure. I just still want to have fun and crochet and just hang out with my friends sometimes. So once again, no pressure channel, so why should I put pressure on myself? You know what I mean? So, alright. So thank you guys so very much for watching my crochet with me and ramblings. I hope you all have a wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon.